Welcome everybody to another comparison video that we've got going on here between the Lokithor multi-function jump starter pack and a Dewalt jump starter pack. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at these two and give you guys just a better look and just a side-by-side comparison of what you get with each of these units. So to start off, let's talk about the basics. So we've got a USB-C charging port here for the Lokithor. So for the Dewalt, you're gonna need a female side of an extension cord in order to plug this in. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to just plug it into your wall or into a normal power strip. So let's talk about the obvious. We've got our actual appearance and size. The yellow on the Dewalt is very bright, looks very rugged, but it does have some weight to it. So I would say this is about just under 10 pounds. It's not the lightest thing to carry, but it is very sturdy. Now when we're talking about the Lokithor, this is, I would say, a fraction, maybe a fifth or a fourth of the actual weight and size. This is actually listed as a pound on their website. I would have to say this is a lot heavier than a pound, while the Lokithor is listed at 5 pounds. So kind of funny that they're different weights like that, but the Lokithor definitely does come in at a lot lighter. So let's talk about some of the exterior features on some of these. Both of these are equipped with lights. The Lokithor is going to be here on the side, while the Dewalt is going to be on the back. So in order to operate these for the Dewalt, all you have to do is push the light button and it turns on. Push it again and it turns off. Now let's hold it down and see if there's any other functions. Doesn't look like it. So it looks like all it can do is just on and off, which, if you just need some light, is going to be a good feature for you. Let's talk about the Lokithor. Lokithor, if you hold down the light button, let there be light. If you hold it down again, it turns off. Now if you hold it one more time and you scroll through the features, you get a strobing effect and what is called an SOS light. This is going to be, if you're in any situation where you just want to alert somebody, either at a distance or just while you're out on the road, letting cars know that you're coming by, there's the SOS mode. So kind of nice. You're going to have 3 different light modes with the Lokithor. So for the exterior features on the actual interface of the Dewalt, we do have a couple of buttons here. We have a light button, your alternator test button, a USB function button, which I imagine turns on, the USB power source, and then you have your up and down scrolling buttons, which is going to be for your air pressure. So once you press that, you can scroll through the PSI or the BAR that you want to set your tires to. And pretty simple. Doesn't look like there's any other buttons other than that. And let's move on to the Lokithor. So for the Lokithor, you're going to have your power on button. Go ahead and press that. It's going to come immediately to the PSI or BAR mode, which is going to be the tire inflator mode. If you have your car connected to your battery connected to this unit, it will show up as showing you the voltage of the battery, but that only works if there is a battery connected to the unit itself. We have your BAR and PSI button, which when you press, you can switch from each unit of measurement, and then you have your up and down button to set your unit of measurement at whatever your tire specifications indicate. After that, we've got our pump button, which self-explanatory, you push it and hold it and it starts pumping your tires. Up top, we have our light button, which we used earlier to turn on our lights and scroll through the light modes. And then under these two covers, we've got our port to plug in our jump starter cables, and then our USB in and USB out ports. So let's go ahead and talk about the charging cables. For the Lokithor, it's all going to be external, so you're going to have to plug in your power cables in order to plug them into your battery. They're very nice, and they are going to be a 10 gauge wire connected to an EC8 connector. This is going to be something that's replaceable in the future, and if anything gets snagged on, it easily detaches. For the Dewalt, you have your positive and negative leads. You do get quite a bit of wire. It looks like it is 21.15 millimeter wire. Now these are not detachable. These do connect up here in order to put them away and out of harm's way. Tucks in nicely on the side there, but again, these are connected to the unit itself internally, so there's no external way to unplug these if needed. So the next feature that we're going to talk about is going to be the tire inflation mode. So for the Lokithor, again, we're going to have a external hose that is attached here, which makes it replaceable and keeps it out of the way. Everything does come in a convenient pouch that you can store with the Lokithor and out of harm's way. For the Dewalt, we've got our attached hose. Again, this is attached to the unit. It does tuck away in this hole out of the way. All you have to do is roll it up and kind of just maneuver it in there so that it's out of the way as much as possible. There you go. Now, as far as the specifications for our tire inflation goes, the Lokithor is capable of doing up to 150 psi, while the Dewalt is capable of doing 120 psi. So you are going to get a little bit more power, you're going to get a little bit more capability from the Lokithor, and in a smaller package. As far as some functions that one has over the other, the Dewalt does come with an alternator test mode, which can be convenient if you believe that your alternator is going to be the fault while your battery is dead. You can test it with the Dewalt, while the Lokithor does have a forced start function that the Dewalt does not. So forced start basically means if your battery is down to 0 volts, you have a chance to save it with your Lokithor and engaging it into forced start mode. So let's talk about our storage. The Lokithor is going to be a smaller package. It does come in with a travel bag that you can put it all in and store away. It's going to have a smaller footprint than the Dewalt, and it's going to be a little bit lighter. So you do have a nice carrying handle for both of them, with the Lokithor kind of taking the advantage in space and storage. And let's get to the part that everybody really wants to know about. Let's talk about price. The Lokithor is going to come in at $189.99, while the Dewalt is going to come in at $199.99. So for just a little bit cheaper, you're actually getting a product that seems to be better in several ways, including weight, ease of use. You're getting higher PSI and higher amperage in the Lokithor. So let me know, which one are you picking and which one are you carrying with you in your car? That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll come back with another comparison soon.